Hi, I'm Mark Mooring, editor of CT Movies.
And I'm Todd Hertz with Ignite Your Faith, a reviewer for CT Movies.
And I'd just like to start off our little broadcast here by thanking the Academy for... Oh wait, that's a doubles trophy I won in tennis a long time ago. Sorry about that.
That's tennis.
I'd like to thank the Academy for the fun broadcast they put on last night.
Sure.
Todd and I were watching last night, and among others, we're live blogging at ctmoviesblog.com. Come check us out. So Todd, what were some of your highlights or lowlights from last night?
Well, I think there's a little bit of both. I think for me, the biggest highlight, and maybe it kind of shows a little bit of a negative, is that I wanted Steve Martin and Tina Fey to be the hosts.
They were hilarious.
I
yes.
wanted them. About 2 hours into it, I found myself thinking, I miss them. Where are they? And I think that they could be hosts next year. They were that good.
Are you falling in love with me again?
that was one
their
of the
greatest
best
sight
nights.
gags. Yeah.
What other lines were the best lines of the night for you?
Well, lines. I really liked one thing that Jack Black said when he was making his presentation, and who was he presenting with?
Jennifer Aniston.
She asked him about how in the world does he make money off of these animated films? He said, well, I make these DreamWorks animated films. They give me a little bit of money, and then I come bet it all on Pixar.
And he was a prophet.
And he was a prophet,
right.
yeah.
None of us were surprised by that.
But WALL-E was named Best Animated Picture. And
That's right.
Andrew Stanton accepted the award. Andrew Stanton, which we might point out, is a Christian. And though he wasn't very open with his faith last night, he did mention how part of WALL-E is finding truth and beauty in dark places.
Right. And from a Christian perspective, there wasn't a whole lot last night actually in the ceremony. I thought one thing that stood out to me was the Milk screenwriter. His name was Dustin Lance Black. Mm-hmm. And when he accepted, he made a great statement. I don't know where his faith is. I have no idea where this man is. And he is a gay man, and he said that no matter what, God loves you. And I just thought that in the context of this award show, that was quite a message, and I appreciated that.
I appreciated the truth of what he said there,
exactly.
too. And Milk, of course, did win Best Actor for Sean Penn.
Right.
Did that surprise you?
It did not surprise me. In fact, I didn't think that any of the actual awards were surprises. Most of the winners were who was buzzed. There was a lot of buzz for a lot of weeks. I felt like everything was locked. Now, what the difference is I don't think everyone should have won. In this regard, Sean Penn, I think we all knew he was going to win, but I don't think he should have. I think the trophy should have gone to Mickey Rourke. I
would concur there, yeah. I thought Rourke was incredible in The Wrestler. What did you think about Ben Stiller's impression of Joaquin Phoenix?
I loved it. I thought that it was spot on. And, he looked like him. He acted just like Joaquin from the David Letterman. And on our blog, you can see a clip of Joaquin Phoenix on the David Letterman show.
But was it Joaquin on Letterman, or was that Ben Stiller being Joaquin on Letterman?
Is that the theory?
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Are you starting rumors?
I'm starting rumors. We're going to start some buzz here at CT Movies. No, but you're right. That video, and Stiller had him down pat. What did you think of Hugh Jackman and kind of the song and dance routine hosting the show? It was a little bit of a twist there.
Yeah, and I think that was a good move. I think that Oscar obviously needed to make some changes because last year was the worst viewed Oscar telecast in history, percentage-wise, and also revenues were expected to be down 16%, which I think we could tell because there was very short commercial breaks at times. So it was a good move. The only thing was that Hugh was absent for so much of the presentation, and that bothered me. And I thought that his opening dance number was a lot better than the musical one. And I know that there's a lot of mixed opinion. A lot of people love the one with Beyonce. I thought it felt a little bit sloppy at times.
Yeah, I would concur. That just didn't seem to fit. And where was Hugh? It seems like he disappeared for a half hour, 45 minutes at a time sometimes. What did you think about their format of having past winners come out, the 5 past winners, and they would each address one of the 5 nominees in each of the acting categories?
That was
I thought it was
actually
pretty cool.
Great. Yeah, I was going to ask you what you thought of it. I thought it was great. I think some of the winners did a better job than others. I thought Adrian Brody maybe wasn't told what he was supposed to do. like he just woke up or something. But
he was looking for the cue cards. Yeah.
yeah. But I think for the most part, I thought that was really cool. And you liked that too?
I did. And you could tell that some of the current nominees were actually touched by what some of these legends were saying to them. You could see them mouthing, "Thank you. I'm so overwhelmed," things like that. And of course, we had our friend Laura Leonard blogging with us last night, being our fashion critic.
That's right.
That was pretty fun, about the best and the worst fashions of the night. But I think you and I were most amused by one person's fashion statement. That would be Philip Seymour Hoffman. What did he do?
Well, I don't know if it was just really cold right about here in the Kodak Theater or what, but for some reason, Philip Seymour Hoffman, who actually was called by his esteemed Academy Award winner, what was it? I think he called him Seymour Philip Hoffman. He was wearing a stocking cap, a little beanie, and I didn't know if maybe he was really cold or going to rob a bank. I wasn't sure.
Or maybe he was just going up north to rob a bank. Yeah. But any other overall observations of what we saw and blogged about last night?
I think there's a lot of fun stuff. The subject of the film Man on Wire, Philippe, was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. He did a little, it was kind of the Roberto Benigni,
the unscripted,
kind of reminiscent of that. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was fun for the most part. I think that it's still too long, the Oscar ceremony. Yeah. But I thought that this was one of the best ceremonies I've seen, period.
It was good. And I was, other people might disagree, but I was celebrating that Slumdog won all the awards. It was my favorite film of the year. I don't know about you.
It was actually, funny enough, it was my third favorite film of the year, but my other two were not nominated in that category, which is Dark Knight and WALL-E. Mm-hmm. And so I was also rooting for Slumdog. And you're right, there is a lot of backlash already that Slumdog is one of those winners, like Crash is what people are saying.
That we're not going to remember it in a few years.
Right, and I don't feel that way. I think that this is one time where Oscar lined up with what the popular... the average moviegoer feels, and it doesn't always do that. And we get award winners like The English Patient, which a normal filmgoer just hasn't seen.
Yeah.
So I think that this was a good step.
Well, and I think Jackman's opening song and dance alluded to that, because it clearly said, I haven't seen The Reader. Have you seen The Reader? Has anybody seen The Reader? What can we say about The Reader? And where is The Dark Knight?
Right.
Why wasn't that nominated for Best Picture? Well, Todd, it was good blogging with you last night. Good talking about this. So we'll see you out there again.